Kamala Harris voters, I'm going to make you feel good and understand what's really going on. It is April 4th, 2025. So pay attention, my fellow liberals and leftists. Oh boy, oh boy. When chaos begins, we continue to win. Here's what I mean by that. Yes, we are 45 and 1 still. Yes, we are still noticing his playbook, which is break the law. Remember, break the law. Fight it on this level of court. If you lose, go to appeal. If you lose appeal, go to Supreme Court and he loses. And yes, it's being enforced. So when they say return everything or else, they're returning everything or else. Remember this one thing, if you don't remember anything. If Donald Trump don't care about judges and he's going to defy them, then why he's showing up in court? Why is he sending Pam Bondi? Why is he sending people to the court to fight it? Why fight if you don't care what the judges think? But it gets better. It's the economy, right? And who replaced Elon, right? We're going to get into that today. You want to subscribe right here. If you're not on the YouTube, subscribe Darren Monroe Politics. If you're on another channel, subscribe. TikTok's going away inside of 24 hours. So I don't know if you want to subscribe there. I think you want to get over to YouTube and subscribe because I get to talk on YouTube more than any place. But if you're on Instagram or somewhere else, follow and then get over there and subscribe. Now, here's the thing. What I mean by that, and I want y'all to pay attention because it's exciting. Oh, my goodness. The first thing is the economy and the tariffs. With these tariffs, he has absolutely ripped every major alliance we've ever had, whether it was Australia, EU, Japan. It doesn't matter. He has pissed off everybody, and I mean everybody. And, of course, all of the left, not all, but a lot of the left have come out in front of, social media and said, oh, Donald Trump has done this, and lost all their minds and going off. Whereas I'm like, oh, I'm cool as a fan, baby. See, when you're in my channel, we thinking things through. We got the context. We understand, the score. 45 and 1 us winning. We understand the playbook. Hey, break the law, do all this bad stuff, lose on this level, go to appeals, lose on this level, go to Supreme Court, go on this level, and lose on that level. So basically, he's losing on every level as everybody's talking. All of this stuff about how bad and horrible things are. I'm like, yeah, okay, they're bad and horrible, but they keep getting reversed. Yeah, it's a bad thing for them to cut all these departments, but it seems like over the last almost 11 weeks, they getting reversed. So what are we worried about? It's horrible. Yes, it's bad. It's inconvenient for people losing their jobs, using it. It is. But at the same time, back it up. Well, he's not doing anything about deportations. Yeah, he is. The judges are. The judges are coming in and taking him down. So in other words, when he's talking about all these things and how bad he is on deportations, how Tom Homan say, I can ignore every court I want. He didn't ignore that order that just went down. There was an order came down when that lady got snatched on TV. We all saw it. She was a student. She got snatched from Boston. They took her down to Louisiana, and a court said, you better not send out this country. You know what they did? They followed the court order. Again, if you think they don't care about judges, then why the fuck do they keep showing up in court? Oh, yes, they do. They even got stopped from attacking law firms because they knew the law firms were helping win in court. Like, no, and the judge said, no, you can't do that neither. That's unconstitutional. Now, these tariffs in the economy, the worse that becomes, the worse the chances of him being around. And they know it. Even Steve Bannon has said he believes that Donald Trump is going to jail. Yes, his boy who he pardoned, who he set up in the first place like he's setting up Elon. I'll explain that in a second. But let me tell you right now, there is a coup going on within themselves. MAGA's ticked off at the fact that they could lose their benefits. Millions of them are starting to believe it now, especially since they're getting dragged out of town halls. And then you got the GOP legislators who are finally getting a pair. They're getting some balls to step up and fight back. This Signal Gate is bringing him down because the more and more they discover Signal Gate, the worse it's going to happen. Even Steve Bannon saw it, was like, oh my God, he flipped out. He flipped out because as soon as Boasberg, the judge from the Alien Enemies Act that they tried to impeach, that they can't because they don't have the votes, no more than they have the votes to defund a federal court. They're idiots. They're idiots. They call out their whole playbook and think because they say it. And that's why I tell you, relax. Be cool as a fan. Because when they're calling out their own stuff, they're calling out their own stuff and they don't have the ability to follow up on it. They can't impeach nobody. They can't defund courts. So Steve Bannon is freaking out because he knows what's going to happen. He knows what's going to happen. He knows what's coming. At the very least, Donald Trump's going to resign, probably within 365 days. Within this year, maybe, calendar year. What I'm trying to tell you is this boy in trouble. You know who else going to jail? You know who's going to jail certifiably? Elon. Elon's going to jail. We going to watch him. Yeah, he's getting out of government. But understand this, there's a court case of 14 states suing Trump administration to get him removed from government. Yeah, real talk. They are suing to get his butt out of listen, officially out, even in case he comes back. They're like, well, he'll be behind the scenes. No, he won't. He in trouble. You know who replaced Elon? I told you in the beginning, wait for it. You know who replaced Elon? Laura Loomer. Yeah, the one he's been sleeping around with. I told you, wait. I told you, wait. I'm going to earn your subscription. If you ain't subscribed to me, I'm about to break it down. Lord Lumen suggested several national security people were unloyal to him, and they got fired behind Signalgate already. The firings have begun. I'm trying to tell you, it is a MAGA civil war happening between themselves. It is a horrible economic crisis. This weekend, there are the largest amount of protests going on, 1,100 different demonstrations. Now, millions of black people, we ain't feeling that given the way that people didn't show up for the election. So if you don't see African Americans showing up deep like we usually do, that's what it is. We got a movement of our own, like, we ain't gonna sit this out. Let you protest, because for 160 years, we have been the core supporters of civil rights. And right now, we ain't been feeling the way that some of the people we've been coalitioning with, the way they've been representing or lack thereof representation when it came to supporting Kamala Harris' vote in the election. So yeah, we in our feelings, in our bag, and rightfully so. If you don't like it, you. But all that said, to be said, realize between the protests, realize between the MAGA infighting, realize between the GOP legislative bucking back, realize with the score of 45-1 and much more to win, realize that they are respecting what the courts say because, one, they're showing up to court. You don't care about the judge, why you keep showing up. And realize that when the judge says X, Y, and Z, they're doing X, Y, and Z. They know the power of the courts. It's not what they say, it's what they do. Tom Holmes said the Boardazar said he could ignore any court order he wants to, any court, any judge he wants to. He said that on Fox. Well, why don't you do it? They just stopped you from deporting that girl out of town. Go for it. Go ahead and do it. I dare you. Just like the head of Social Security got mad when Doge got kicked out by federal judges and said, well, we will just stop the payments of 60 million people. And I said, well, I dare you to do it. Go ahead and do it. Come on, Cletus, go do it. They ain't do shit. That's what I tell y'all. Good old Darren, you join my channel, my movement. We cool as a fan, baby. Cool as a fan. We're winning. It's not hopeful, wishful, optimistic thinking. It's real. The struggle is real, but so are the wins. Did I earn your subscription? If you're on another social media, great, follow me. But get your butt over to Darren Monroe Politics on YouTube and subscribe. And if you're there, you want to tune in to me because I'm giving you the truth. This ain't doom and gloom. This is all about what the real numbers are and what the real facts are. Let's go.